I knew what the definition of a refugee was, and I tried really hard to distance that underprivileged image away from my family, but mostly my adolescent self-esteem.
I was 12 years old living in Guatemala, the second of 4 siblings. My family survived by making worry dolls.
It was 1997 in Kinshasa, the capital of Congo, in the heart of Africa. Everything I knew about my life changed.
In the mid-1980s, Guatemala was in the middle of a brutal civil war. A lot of people were getting killed from the guerrillas, from the army, so my parents decided that the best thing to do was to emigrate to the United States.
One evening, I was sitting there, getting ready to go to sleep, as my mother rushed into the room crying, yelling, "Deo, Deo, Kabila bomi papa now, Kabila bomi papa now. Deo, Deo, Kabila has assassinated your father. Kabila has assassinated your father."
If you grew up Asian in the 80s, you had 2 choices. You were either Chinese or not Chinese. I was Lao from the country of Laos, a country that was not China, but kind of close to it.
The first thing that we learned when we arrived to Mexico was that Mexicans that spoke Spanish is different than we spoke Spanish. So our father told us just to be quiet the rest of the way. Now, every time I think about an adventure, I think about noises and exciting battles and a lot of noises, but ours turned out to be the most quiet adventure ever.
We were lucky to get out of the Congo. In 1998, we moved to a refugee camp. And in 2000, we were selected to move to the richest country in the world. We resettled in Manchester, New Hampshire, the coldest place in the world.
Back then, we spelled out the initials. Hey, you, FOB, yeah, you, fresh off the boat. You speak English? To be called FOB or fresh off the boat by another immigrant was probably the highest insult, because it was an indication of how new you were to this country. And nobody was more unprepared for America than the refugee.
I realized that even though I was in America, there was still suffering for my family. I found myself paranoid. I started reliving the experiences that I went through as a young child.
I don't remember how long we ran. I don't remember where we ran to, but I remember that we made it to a spot where a car was waiting for us to take us to the safe house.
And for the first time, I opened my mouth and I said, "Nalimbisi bango, nalimbisi bat babumaki papanangai." I forgive them. I forgive the people that assassinated my father.
And as I found myself in my mother's dining room, surrounded by my family, about to eat black beans from my mother's kitchen, I finally felt at home.
Today, when I am asked my story about where I'm from and who I am, I say that I'm Lao American and that my parents are from Laos. I say that I'm an immigrant, but that I'm also the proud child of Lao refugees. Born on the way, never settling, never waiting, but always searching for that which is lost. Thank you.